Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast hosted by yours truly. My name is Chris. Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of the podcast. This is episode number 213, and I'm excited to be here with all you guys every week. And if you'd like to keep up with everything I do, the show does, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, both at Casting for Two. If you're listening on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, leave me a little comment. And as always, you can check out the other podcast I do called Sunday Brunch on with the always beautiful, lovely, talented, funny Megan Johnson from tipsywriter.com. You can listen to that on Sunday Brunch Pod or SundayBrunchPod.com, I should say, or all the other places that I just said not too long ago. And as, of course, I have to mention Comic Bento. Sign up for a Comic Bento monthly comic book subscription, and I'll give you $5 off when you use the promo code CASTING2. That's casting and the number 2 for $5 off. You're welcome. Wow, that's a lot of crap I have to say now. Remember when I didn't used to have to say so much? Man, and I've never changed the amount of time I give myself to say all that. 4 years, I still have the exact same beatboxing stuff. Whatever. But I should probably talk about my guest this week. Her name is Shellina Ryals, and she is the lead singer, songwriter of the band Cavalen. I had a fun time chatting with her just because it's everyone knows how much I love rock music, and when you listen to this band, it really it's very rocking, and I enjoyed listening to her music, as well as just finding out her writing process. It's so interesting, and I just love. I'm going to stop talking, all right, because we need to get in this episode, all right? So everyone sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please. That's okay. You know, now I know what you sound like, raspy.
As I say, I'm pretty raspy every day. Pretty rough today.
Are you guys in Europe right now?
Actually, we just got back from Europe.
Okay.
Literally, in the last 24 hours.
Oh no, jet lag has it hit you?
Actually, pollen. Welcome to the South.
Right. Oh man, that's where did you go in Europe?
We started out in Amsterdam, and then which everybody laughs about, and then Milan, and then we went down the coast. So we went through Genoa, Portofino, Pisa, a few other places, and then ended up in Florence.
Oh, okay. I've been to Florence before. It's super nice.
It's nice. It's so crowded. I wasn't prepared for that.
Right on. And so this is Casting for Two. It's a loose show where we can talk about whatever. But what I would like to know is when you first got hit by the music bug.
Oh, okay. Well, my parents are both musicians and we're in a band, so I don't really remember the music bug. I just kind of always had music. Everyone's musical in my family. My mom likes to tell the story that I would steal her microphone at barely 2 years of age, which isn't super shocking. My mother is very young, so we grew up like sisters almost. So, I did music most of my life, and then it was kind of a requirement in my family to be classically trained. So I was trained on flute and violin,
Mm.
and then and my dad's a drummer, so everyone took played drums.
Mm.
Uh, that was also a rite of passage. But for me, for me personally, I would say music has always been around, but the desire to write my own songs really the last 10 years has been more of a focus. Uh, to, to have, I felt like I had something I just had to say,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Nice. And so, do you ever feel like when when you're writing a song, you're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna bring out the flute and the violin, and I'm gonna lay down a track.
No, God bless Jethro Tull. They tried, and it's totally. I I do have bizarre dreams where I remember, like I'm playing in my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Classical music, I guess, because of so many years you play it, and
Yeah.
it's bizarre. I don't anymore. I started playing guitar um, as well when I became an adult. So I play guitar now, but no, I can't imagine how wretched I would be if I tried to play either of those instruments at this point.
It's no, I totally get what you mean because I grew up. I really wanted to be a drummer growing up, and then when I finally got to play drums, it was in jazz band, which was not the cool thing to do. Looking back,
Definitely, yeah.
looking back now, it's like, okay, Chris, come on. I mean, it could have been cool, but now I'm just like, meh. But I can't help but go into that jazz style whenever I would just jam with the guys. It was just it was so ingrained in me. So I get your dreams. That's what I'm saying.
Um, yeah, my dad's a wonderful, amazing drummer, can play any style. He was very disappointed that my favorite style was just smash the
Right.
living daylights out of him, and so I still play every once in a while. My girlfriend and I will get together. That's the a guitar player in our band, and we every once in a while we'll go and do a little side punk project, open mic, just for fun, and it's a lot of it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And so, where did the rock aspect come out from you? I mean, because you were telling me that everyone had to be classically trained. When did you find that rock?
Oh, I don't know. I've always kind of been I wouldn't say a disappointment to my mother, but my mother, I come from my family divorce. My parents divorced when I was like 12, and so my mom and dad were in a Christian rock band,
Mm,
and with like 12 other people that lived in
right.
our house. It was really bizarre. And my mom went back to church, and my dad played in rock bands on the weekends, and so I was around a lot of rock musicians and blues guys, like just legendary Birmingham blues guys and people like that. So I'd always be in the back, and they'd always be playing, and I'd be like, I've got a song, so play with me, and I'll and I'll sing, you know. Um, so I kind of always did that. I've always had pretty, I call it musical ADD, so I tend to go in a lot of different directions. But um, I don't know, rock's always been a go-to for me.
Hmm.
It's been just naturally the character of my voice and who I am as a person. It's much easy um, style for me to come out. I always say, honestly, I try to write a love song, and it always comes out either sexual or angry. It like never works. I really try so hard, and I just it's a complete disappointment to do anything serious sometimes.
Well, what is your writing process like?
It's I don't know how other people are, so I never knew what the rules were. I
Mm-hmm.
just always wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Um, and so for me, I play little games with myself. I'll, like, I'll be like, okay, today I want to pretend like, you know, I really was Courtney Love in another life, and I'm gonna write about my 11th grade boyfriend and what it would be like if I was actually Courtney Love and he was dating me,
Right.
and I just, whatever. I'll just completely something completely random, or something really personal.
Mhm.
Those times we've written a few of those recently, and that I think that comes more from probably the maturity in my writing, where I decide to actually write about things that are more personal. Those are always much more. Um, those are much harder for me to write.
Right.
To be more open and it being so incredibly personal. So the writing that we've been doing lately, that's more of what it is, and kind of stepping outside my little games and little tricks for songwriting.
That's the nice thing about not learning the rules. When you're getting started, because it's like a fresh approach. You're not bogged down by anybody else's ideas. So I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, and I still constantly will play games just to get out of my head.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I hear that songwriters get in their heads. um, so I'll make up a song about my dog peeing on my back deck or something, just to completely erase any legitimate thoughts in my head, clear the palate.
Yeah. Nothing clears the palate like dog pee.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have? Is there one particular song that you enjoy playing in front of an audience?
Of ours.
Yes.
Yes, well, they're obviously all fun for different reasons. But we do have one that's a lot of fun, especially if people have never seen us before. I like to watch their reaction to.
Hmm.
um, it just depends on the night, and it depends on the crowd, um, because in our experience, we're such a new band as far as like getting out into new circles, so people don't necessarily know what they're going to get. Um, so that's always really fun to see this look of expectation on people's face, and it completely change, and you see it morph in a song. So I like that. I right now we're releasing a song called Viva Adore,
Uh-huh.
and that song is very fun because as a female, I just get to kind of have my moment to say some sexually aggressive lyrics, which don't necessarily get heard or played in the marketplace in this way anymore. And
Uh-huh.
I kind of like that aspect of being able to do that. It's obviously a lot of fun to watch, people's reaction. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, that's fantastic! I love that," and they're cheering me on, And then some people are just completely dumbfounded, like, "What is happening here?" um, but we have one song, and we haven't released it yet. That'll be coming up, and I've, I've, we're toying with the name of it. It's called "Delicate Side." It
Hmm.
had it had a previous name in a former life, but I've been told that it might be a little too much.
Right.
Um,
It's not.
but
It wasn't called dog piss, was it?
No, it was actually called Douchifer, which is like
Ah!
douchebag and Lucifer put
Oh
together.
my gosh,
Still love that name. I
that's
I
great.
still want to fight for that name, but um, yeah. So that one's I don't know. I feel like when you write a song, everybody kind of has a feeling on it. I've always had a feeling on that song that I would probably become known for it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens when it releases.
There we go. There we go. For the people at home who would like to keep track of everything that you do, the band does, as well as listen to the music, where can they all do that?
On all that social media, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under Cavalen Music, and that's Cavalen. That's where you can find us. And occasionally I Snapchat here and there. Um, It's the Snapchat thing though. I get distracted by all the cute little like bunny ear picture opportunities. So
Right.
um,
If you've ever wanted to live out, your dreams of being a bunny, Snapchat is the place to do it.
absolutely, and it's the cutest little noses. I just love all the little animal noses. They're adorable.
There you go. Shellina, I had a blast chatting with you. You're welcome back anytime. All right.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. And you have a wonderful day, and hope the jet lag / pollen treats you okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.